Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to today's segment of Beach Grove Student News. I'm Melissa Harrell.
And I'm Erica Sussman. Today we will be taking a look at the fall concert, Hornet Blast, Into the Woods, and as always, sports.
But first, here's Jaden Petty with your weekly weather forecast.
Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to weather. Today is looking pretty sunny with a high of 91 and a low of 71 with a 0% chance of rain. Wednesday will be rainy, however, with a high of 91 and a low of 68 with a 10% chance of rain. Thursday, you can expect some showers with a 20% chance of rain and a high of 82 with a low of 52. Finally, to kick off the weekend, Friday is going to have a high of 67 and a low of 47. That is all for today's segment of weather. Back to Alyssa and Erica at the desk.
Into the Woods is approaching very quickly, and all of the actors are getting ready to put on a great show. Erica Sussman spoke with Juliet Kaufman, who's playing an evil stepsister, to get more information on the musical. Let's take a look.
This year, the drama crew is putting on Into the Woods. They have been working diligently to put on this play and are very excited to be sharing their talents with members of the community. I spoke with Juliet Kaufman about her role in the play.
My name is Juliet Kaufman, and I am playing Florinda, which is one of Cinderella's stepsisters. It's a really fun role to play. The only problem with it is she has to be mean, and that really has to bring out my acting because I'm not the meanest person in the world. So it's a really fun character to play, though, and she's really dramatic and comedic.
I then asked Juliet to talk a little bit about Into the Woods.
So Into the Woods is like a well-beloved musical. It's a bunch of different fairy tale characters that you know, and then add a witch who like brings it all together. And it's really fun, kind of scary at times, but it's just fairy tale but reality.
As you can see, Juliet is very excited, so I asked her about her favorite scene and favorite line.
My favorite line that I have is Cinderella says, "You look beautiful," and I say, "I know." That's my favorite line. My favorite scene of the show is when they're all together and the witch transforms into this beautiful preciousness.
The drama department is working very hard to put on their production of Into the Woods, so make sure you come see it. Information about the play can be found on hallway posters, or you can speak to drama club members such as Juliet. This has been Erica Sussman. Back to you guys. Our very own Beach Grove High School Choir is having a concert tomorrow. Jillian got more on this topic.
Since the beginning of this 9 weeks, BG Choirs has been working diligently to perfect their concert that will take the stage Wednesday, October 2nd. All 3 choirs will get the chance to showcase their work tomorrow at 7 p.m. I spoke with choral director Michael Dean and his student teacher from this last quarter, Miss L, to get more insight.
So on Wednesday at 7 p.m. we're going to have the fall choir concert in the high school auditorium. All 3 of our high school choirs, the chamber choir, Elan, and the Jubilaires, are going to be singing mostly concert style music, but it's we got some pretty fun upbeat styles going on as well. And the best thing about all of this is that we get to showcase all of the growth that all 3 groups have made over the first 9 weeks. We got a lot of exciting stuff ahead of us over the rest of the year, so it's a good place to be right now. So come check us out. It's free.
I also asked Miss L about her experience teaching here for a quarter, and she also had wonderful things to say about BG Choirs.
So I am Miss L. I'm one of the student teachers over here at Beach Grove for this first 8 weeks. So we've worked on the choirs, and I've worked with the choirs for Chamber, Elan, and Jubes, or Jubilaires. And so their concert is coming up on this Wednesday, and we've been working on it for some time now, and their improvements have been amazing. So the music that they've been working on is beautiful, and it's very different in contrasts, and you will absolutely love the concert coming up.
Hornets, you heard it here. The BG Choirs Fall Concert is not an event you want to miss. Make your way to the Mike McMorrow Auditorium tomorrow, Wednesday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. for a free concert performed by Beach Grove Choirs. This has been Jillian Curd, avid choir member and reporter for Bgsn.
Erica, what's your favorite season?
My favorite season is fall, and it's a lot of other people's favorite season too.
That's true, and Kayla went out to get more on the season and what it has to offer. Let's take a look.
Summer is too hot, winter is too cold, and spring is too wet, but it seems that fall is perfect. The weather is great, you have Halloween and fall break to look forward to, and the overall atmosphere seems to change as well. Fall puts many people in a good mood, and it's fun to be outside when all the leaves are falling. I interviewed senior Evan Lamar to get his opinion of fall, and I kicked things off by asking him about his favorite parts of the season.
I just like the ambiance, all the nice, pretty colors coming down from the trees.
Next, I asked him what he enjoys doing during the fall.
I just like walking around the forest. Also, campfires are pretty cool.
Finally, I asked him what makes fall different from the other seasons.
I don't know. I think it's a perfect temperature, honestly, because I like sweater weather. And I also like just the feeling of fall, you know, because it's almost winter. Got Halloween, got Thanksgiving, two of my favorite holidays. Just feels nice.
Evan is just one of many people that like fall. Unless you're opposed to wearing hoodies and watching the leaves change colors, then there's really nothing to hate about this season. With fall break coming up this Friday, everyone will have more time to be outside, so be sure to take advantage of this opportunity. Or you can stay inside the whole time if you really want to. Either way, this is going to be an exciting season this year. Back to those fellas at the desk.
The Hornet Blast is a fantastic newsletter that you can view via your email every Thursday. But who is behind the blast? Here's Madison Stratton with that answer.
I'm sure you are all well aware of the lovely newsletter that gets sent out every Thursday via your emails. The Hornet Blast has been launched since 2015 and it never fails to share the wonderful stories of our small town. But who's behind the blast? It is none other than Melody Stevens. Mrs. Stevens works as the Communications and Community Relations Director for the district. I interviewed her via email to learn more about her role in the community. Melody grew up in Beech Grove and also works as the executive producer for the Beech Grove Education Foundation. She also works on projects to benefit the Beech Grove City Schools teachers and students. She not only is responsible for the Hornet Blast, but also the district Facebook page, Twitter, media relations, and photography events. Melody had this to say about her weekly work schedule. My typical work week is 60 hours per week, and I often work 80 hours in a week's time. Although I work many hours, I really love what I do. I love Beech Grove City Schools and our students and teachers. Telling stories of our BG students and staff is inspiring. These stories lift me up and keep me motivated to do my job in the best way possible in order to honor the work of everyone in the Beech Grove City Schools. If you have any stories that you would like to submit to the Hornet Blast, you can email Melody Stevens to get your news across. We here at Bgsn would like to thank Melody for always sharing the heartwarming stories of Beech Grove. This has been Madison Stratton for Bgsn.
Now, for the first time ever, let's toss it over to Madison Stratton for sports.
Thanks, Erica. Last night in soccer's news, the boys took a tough loss against the Park Tudor Panthers 10-1. The girls also fell short against Park Tudor last night 8-1. The score is 5-0 at half, but the Lady Hornets were able to get on the board in the second half after Amia Eccles' breakaway score. Daisy Manzanillas played a solid game offensively and defensively along with Shemaya Crawford and Maya Coker, who all had strong performances on Monday night. Also last night, the JV football team faced the Cardinal Ritter Raiders and won with a final score of 24-14. The scores include Ethan Thompson and Adonis Adams and Braden Keene. Congrats to the boys. Their next game will be against the Trent Central Tigers next Monday. Come support the varsity volleyball Lady Hornets tonight as they face the Cascade Cadets for their senior night. Senior night will start after the JV match before varsity plays. The seniors this year are Hannah Horsley, Bree Mills, Ariel Cowan, and Rachel Davis. Be sure to come out and support them for their final home game. In NFL news, Monday Night Football was last night, and the Pittsburgh Steelers faced the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers finally earned their first win of the season, aside from an early turnover. This contest was all Pittsburgh all the time. The end result was a 27-3 victory that sends the Bengals back to Cincinnati with a 0-4 record and a real shot at a top 5 pick next April. The next NFL's game will be Thursday night at CenturyLink Field as the Seattle Seahawks face the LA Rams. That's all for today's segment of sports. Back to Alyssa and Erica at the desk.
Thanks, Madison. That's all for your daily segment of BGSN 10. I'm Melissa Harrell.
And I'm Erica Sussman. Remember, Hornets, you're beautiful, you're one of a kind, and we're thinking of you, Josh Hackelman.